What's cracking, y'all? How y'all doing today? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Or sad Monday.
Or no sad vibes around here. Somebody got to go back to work.
Or
this sad.
average Monday.
You know, it's just Monday. Mondays ain't really that bad, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Just don't be upset.
Yeah, right.
Just be happy.
Just avoid the conflict.
There you go.
And don't go
Problem
to work.
solved.
Yeah.
There it is. Quit your job.
Yeah, right. That's all we're trying to do.
If you are looking for a sign to quit your job, this is it.
This is it. This is the one. This is us telling you.
Quit your job. Get kicked out of your house because you can't pay rent.
And then everything is gonna be better. Trust me. It don't sound like it now, but I don't know how we went on this tangent. But I got a trivia question. Or what is it? Trivia question, right?
Yeah.
Is it trivia question or is it
a trivia?
A trivia. I got a question for y'all.
You've been doing this for 2 years. You can't remember what you usually say.
I don't know what to say. Anyway, y'all. What did y'all know that Chicago used to? Did you know?
That is not how you ask trivia questions.
That is not how you ask trivia questions. I'm struggling with this. Why is it? This been like this like second week in a row?
It's like the 5th week.
No, come on now, don't
It's
do that.
at least 27 weeks of this. This has been happening.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, did y'all know Chicago used to have yellow and black street signs?
The trivia question would be, what were Chicago's street sign colors before they were green and white?
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead.
Did you know?
Let me go ahead and run your coin.
That ain't a trivia question.
Let me just run your coin real quick.
That's a Discovery Channel title of like a late night alien special.
Well, y'all didn't know that, so now you do. Actually, if you old, you did. 77 Flavors of Chicago. Let's go.
It's Sara.
And it's Dario.
And we traveled through all of Chicago's 77 community areas. We shared some great stories and took you to our favorite restaurants.
But you know what? There's more Chicago history and food to discover.
So join us as we connect you to the greatest city in the world.
You know why? Because this is 77 Flavors of Chicago. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That was damn near 2 minutes of me struggling with the question.
That was hard.
That's ridiculous.
Rough. That was rough to sit.
If y'all skipped 15 seconds,
go back and listen.
I don't even blame y'all. I don't blame you. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say. Well, first I said how was your week, but also I only asked that because I want to talk about something.
Oh, okay. That's no problem.
So,
you go ahead first.
Thank you. I was gonna. So, if you guys don't know, we mostly post food on TikTok. We have 20,000 followers on TikTok.
Slight flex for us.
Honestly, 20,000 on TikTok is nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah.
It's nothing. There's whatever.
Yeah.
So I posted a video about Hagen's Fish Market on there, and I said, Portage Park. It's in Portage Park, okay? And technically, it is in Portage Park.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we look up these things.
Right.
Because, y'all don't pay us to do this, but if you did, we'd be getting paid to do this.
Yeah.
We try to be as accurate as possible. So I said Portage Park, okay? This 12-year-old hoe. I don't know if she's 12.
Let's talk about it.
No, I don't know if she's 12. She looks like she's in her early 20s. But anyone in their early 20s is 12 to me. Because why are you being childish?
Yeah.
Anyway, she goes, ha ha ha, girl. Everybody knows this is not Portage Park. It's Jefferson Park. We Chicagoans don't like people coming in from other places telling us what things about our city.
That's interesting.
I was like, it is technically in Portage Park, but I understand what you're saying because it could be considered like on the border of Jefferson Park and Portage Park. So I was like very
political
normal with my response. I was like, yeah, I got it. You have a point. It's in the middle, girl.
Yeah, girl.
And she was like, well, clearly you're not from here and we don't like people. And I was like, how do you know where I'm from? She was like, you can tell ... You're and if you don't know, you're gonna learn. So I blocked her ass.
Yeah.
I was like, first of all,
yeah. You know what?
You know why I blocked her?
Why?
Because I was about to cuss her out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't cuss her out.
You said, Jesus, take the wheel.
Any of the prophets.
Yeah, right. Any of them.
Welcome to the wheel.
What's crazy is
you gonna get treated.
Yeah. What's crazy
on a bad day? Catch me on a bad day, and I'm about to treat your ass. Okay, don't come for me.
I think what's the craziest thing about these people that talk shit is like you can go back through our history and
could
look and
also,
see who
like,
we are.
Google is free.
You know what I'm saying?
Google's free.
Google's real free.
Real free.
Unless you, long as you pay your bill.
I mean, well, that and, you know, they got all your information. But other than that.
Yeah, just free.
Just like your address, your social.
Whatever, you know, but it's free.
But it's free. You could just be like, where is this address?
You know what's crazy is that she had a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
And she go look it up.
And here's the thing.
And be like, damn, I'm the stupid one from Chicago.
Fuck her. I responded in like a very nice way. I was like, I'm not about to go off. I was having a good day. It was sunny outside. I was like,
you should have said, shut your dumb ass up.
I should have, but I didn't. But I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut your dumb ass up.
On a bad day, I will. So that's I'm gonna say. We get a lot of those of like people like, I'm a real Chicagoan. Man, fuck you.
You know what you should have did? Next time is reply with one of the videos of the and then do a green screen of you zooming into
did.
the.
You know what's funny is I did take a screenshot of the map showing where the address is.
Yeah.
But I was like, why am I wasting my time on this 12-year-old? I'm going to the farmer's market.
Here's a quote that I saw on Jay Shetty. I've been listening to his podcast.
It's a good podcast.
Yes, very good podcast. And he had Tom Holland. I love Spider-Man. He had him on there, and he said that one of the quotes that he heard he thinks is from Christian Bale is, how do you have a problem with me? I'm butchering this. He basically said, if you got a problem with me, text me. But if you don't have my number, you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me. Like, that's also crazy.
What I love,
that's a fire post.
What I love about, adding to that, what I love about people that come for me on TikTok, and here's the thing, I understand that you listen to me, you might get a hint of an accent, and like, I refuse to believe that you're like this whole I'm a real Chicagoan, you're not type. I've been living here for like 12, 13 years.
Right.
Okay. I've been to all 77 community. I don't need to justify to you that I know where this shit is.
Yeah.
Okay. But also I feel like you can kind of hint at my accent if you go to our Instagram page, and you easily can get to mine and you can see where I'm from. And that always like rubs me the wrong way. I'm like, because like they're like, you can clearly tell that you're not from Chicago. How, bitch?
Yeah,
how can you clearly tell? Say it. Say it.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Right.
Say it.
Right. Say what you got energy.
Yeah.
You get.
It just because it's not the first one. We haven't had too many of them. People usually just argue with each other.
Right.
But every once in a while, someone will come at me.
Yeah.
At me. Like, someone was like, you sound like you're from a country that was colonized by the British. Bitch, how do you know that other than you went to my Instagram page and you saw what the fuck is on there?
Yeah, right. And that's not even on there.
I mean, I have the Palestinian flag in my profile. And if you like look up what that flag is,
I guess that's a lot of work though.
But people are petty on the internet. Like, how do you know that I'm from a country that was once colonized by the British? I'm not on there saying what butter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck did you deduce that?
Hey, why do
you
English
probably
Googled
it? Like, maybe you looked us up. Maybe you looked up went to our Instagram. You did some reason. You wasted your motherfucking time instead of looking up where the fuck Hagen's fish market is. You went and Googled where the fuck Jordan is. So you could come back and tell me I was from a country that was colonized by the British.
And still got the answer wrong. Still got the,
you know?
Still got that.
And you got blocked. Look at you.
Damn.
Dumbass.
Now you got to find another Chicago History podcast.
All right, now there is one. Go Chicago History Podcast. That's what it's called.
No, there it is.
Yeah, shout out to Tommy.
Yeah, shout out to Tommy.
It's a good podcast.
It is. It is. It's a fun podcast.
Yeah, a lot more serious than ours. But
yeah. It is. It's
you learn a lot.
You do learn a lot there.
Yeah.
You learn a lot here, though.
You learn a little bit here.
Speaking of which, by the way, my week was good, y'all. It's just I don't want to slide by that. It was good. It's good. I was tired. Got in at 2:00 in the morning, damn near. It went on about my day. That was really it. Had a photo shoot, a video shoot for a wedding, actually at the London House.
That's fucking wild.
That was very fun. It was like a rededication of marriage vows because they got.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, they got married during COVID, and this is the first time they had the family come together. Very dope because the family was it was a blended family on top of being a racial interracial couple. Blended family is the groom had previous kids, and then they had kids together.
Oh, gotcha.
So really dope. She was from Venezuela. He and his family is from Scotland.
Give us their social security numbers. You give us the whole family history.
Hey man, look, I got it.
They got married at the London House on this day with these kids. They got all
there's a lot of information. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure they don't.
I'm gonna post the picture anyway. Y'all video. Y'all gonna see what the fuck time it is. Anyway,
we said fuck a lot.
No. Let's not say
with your children.
you went off.
I just.
I know. We know.
Yeah.
You got a headache. I don't want
Well,
you.
I just want to apologize to the people that are listening to this with their
Yeah,
kids.
because y'all good people.
Well, I know they probably skipped the
Y'all
first
decent
12
people.
minutes.
Y'all decent people.
I mean, we don't know you.
We don't know you.
Be
Actually,
trash.
let's take
Maybe
that
you're the
out.
one that said I was
Right.
from a British colonized country.
Right. Yeah.
Head ass.
That's energy. Anyway, let's.
That is so disrespect. Like that is the worst insult.
Hey, don't.
You
worry.
British colonized looking ass.
Yeah.
Ho.
That's
what
ridiculous.
that's
that's
basically
ridiculous.
what they said.
And she got it wrong. That's the worst part. But anyway, let's talk about some history. How about that? Let's get you on some history.
Yeah.
y'all. It's only been a couple times you went off on this podcast.
I know.
That was anyway.
I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Chicago street signs, y'all. And now here's the thing, y'all. We not talking about the like streets, okay? Street signs. And a lot of people might be like, what are they gonna talk about street signs? There's history and everything, y'all, here in Chicago.
Yeah.
So
it's the green and white sign that you see when you're driving around or walking around or biking around, whatever.
Yes. Let's talk about that history because, like, wandering minds want to know. So
I want to know.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I already know.
Yeah, so let's talk about it though. Like we said, the street signs were originally yellow and black at some point. Not originally, but like they were yellow and black for a long period of time. We'll get to that. But first, without talking about streets in general, it is important to know that Chicago is a grid system. If you're Chicagoan, you know this already.
Yeah.
We're not teaching you nothing new.
Also, like if you drive in Chicago, you probably know that it's.
If you're from out of town, Chicago's on this is a grid.
Right. I was gonna say, what is a grid system?
So it's grid. Perpendicular straight lines. That's just what the fucking grid is, y'all.
I like that word. Perpendicular.
Yeah, north, south, east, west. That's how it go.
Yeah.
But 0 point here in Chicago for our street grid is, in fact, State and Madison in the loop. So if you go down there, it is...
and there's a sign.
There's a sign right there for you to go see. So I just want to preface that, y'all, so y'all got to get it. We're not talking about streets, just street signs, but this is going to play a factor later on.
But State and Madison isn't the center of the city.
It's not. So
what is the center of the city? Do you remember?
McKinley Park. Over Honore. 33rd and Honore, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's a sign there too. It says "Welcome to the center."
Geographical location, center of Chicago, but there's been debate about that. If it's,
I know, I think it's moved since like the city expanded.
Maybe
like
who knows? I mean, that's the general area.
Yeah. Also, the city is shaped odd, so like, how can you measure the true center?
Anyway, back to these signs. So let's tell you some history about them. So they were in fact yellow at one point, and they actually were several different colors. They were brown. It's most for a good portion of Chicago's beginning with street signs. And if you remember last week, we told you about the street signs, up at when streets were like started to be ratified, 1915, when they started doing the ratification of these street signs and like making some uniformity. So that's where street signs were. They were brown, and they eventually were like, some were white. The loop mainly had brown signs. Some were embedded into rock. They're actually still embedded into the cornerstones of streets. And they were yellow and black. And the reason why they're not yellow and black anymore, any other crazy colors, is because the United States changed and had a law, because not only Chicago, it's not a Chicago thing per se, a lot of cities around had different color signs, right? And to make this easier for international travelers to the United States, mainly, for people that's not from here, they wanted to make it easy and adopt the street signs or uniformity from Europe.
Oh.
Yeah, so from Europe. And there's this kind of like control system called the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices. And what they do since 1935 is they kind of regulate traffic control devices. So streets, highways,
like
signs,
yield signs, stop signs,
all that kind of stuff. So if you go from,
isn't it wild that like most of the world uses the same signs?
Yeah, well, to this. So now, if you go, if you go from city to city, and you wonder, here in the States, why things look very similar, this is why. Now, that was in 1930. They've been doing that since 1935. This all kind of changed in 1970. Okay. In the 70s, where all this changed, Chicago adopted the green and white signs 1974 is when we officially adopted the green and white signs. So just a brief little history on where the green and white signs came from. Another fun fact about the green and white signs, this is not uniform or not changed. If you notice, some signs may be uppercase, some signs may be lowercase.
Right.
Here in Chicago, the majority of our signs are uppercase. And now the interesting thing about this is that some school in Pennsylvania where all the smart people go, they said and decided that it's actually easier for the human brain to read lowercase signs than it is to read all uppercase signs.
Interesting.
Yes. So if you crash, blame it on your dumbass brain. Blame it on not the alcohol. Just blame it on you, stupid. You couldn't read the sign. That's why you crashed. That's probably why you crashed. That's why you ran that red light. Anyway, no, but that's some more context as to why there's uppercase, lowercase. Yeah.
Interesting.
Now the signs themselves. So this is
Did
real
you say
cool.
why they changed? You said why specifically they changed from the yellow and black. I know you said.
Oh yes, good. Yeah. Here's why they changed from yellow and black. They changed from yellow and black because yellow and black signs, when you look at them, they look like warning signs, dangerous signs, even like red and white signs. They look like they should be. That's scary. You know what I mean? So that's the main reason why we changed. Yeah. Thank you.
Do you know? So I went to ISU, Illinois State, for college, and around campus they actually changed the street signs to red, and they had to change them back because they thought they had the correct permits and approval from the town, but they couldn't keep them in red because it was too much. It was not readable for the people that lived in the community. Because basically ISU was either you work at State Farm, you go to ISU, or the other, I can't remember what the other college that's in
State Farm Colors.
Yeah. Or State Farm is a huge sponsor for donor for ISU. No, because of the colors. Or you're a retired person, so a lot of the older people in town couldn't see the signs because of the red on white was kind of hard to read.
Shit, that's hard to read for anybody.
I agree, and so they had to change them back. Can you imagine spending all that money on those street signs and then having to change them back? And for a small town, that is a lot of money.
Man, they got that college money. They good.
It's a public school.
That's true.
It's not private.
So the public school's taking the money.
Yeah, for real.
You know what's hard to read? Red on blue or blue on red.
Yeah,
those colors will fuck you
yellow
up big
on
time.
Red. Ugh.
Yellow on red. Yeah, you can read that. No. Barcelona colors.
True.
You can read that.
True.
But blue and red.
So when we were growing up, my brother, I can't remember what it was, the learning disability that he had or whatever he needed help with, but he used to use color paper, and some of the color paper that he used to use was red. He couldn't. It would if he used white paper, he couldn't read properly or as quickly.
Damn.
And there was yellow paper, and there was these little film,
construction
plastic
paper?
film. No, it's like a plastic piece of film that you just put on top of the paper, and it changes its color.
Oh.
And it makes it easier for him to read.
That should sound fun though.
I mean, he needed it.
Oh, he needed
in order to pass school.
I mean, don't they make toys like that where you hover it over and you can just it reveal stuff?
No, this is just it changes the color of the actual paper.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything different
My ass
with
up
the
here
text.
thinking about the toys and shit.
No.
Maybe I need special reads.
Maybe.
Anyway, the street signs themselves. Okay, so let's break it down. So if you look at it, think about a street sign, y'all, in y'all head. We've all seen them. There's two types of street signs. There's the side street signs, which have the direction, north, south, east, or west, the street name, and then whether it's avenue, street, boulevard, place.
We talked about that in the past. Shout out to, I think it was Matt that sent us the.
Got a whole list of, it was a list, one of our listeners actually.
Right, it was one of our listeners.
Yeah, it was one of our listeners.
His name.
Oh, his name was Matt. That's right. Shout out to Matt. Hopefully you still listening. But so there's.
I'm not.
Yeah, there's that street signs, the side streets, and then the intersection, the big where red lights are, and that's a different street sign.
The intersection where red lights are.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where red lights are.
Main street intersections.
Main street intersections is those signs, but they also have another number underneath it, right? So we're going to break that all down. Whenever you see, and you probably wonder, this is why we kind of came up with this. This is why I wanted to know this. Sarah wanted to know this, and I'm sure other people probably got questions. Whenever you see west, something, 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 south, east, north,
Let's use Western as the example.
Yeah, let's use, Western as the example, okay? So Western runs north and south, okay? We know this. So whenever you see northwestern, southwestern, what does that mean? Why is it south? Why is some of it north? Well, here's why. It's all based on that grid, like we say. So, Madison State, if you are, state runs north and south, okay? Let's say that. So state runs north and south, Madison runs east and west. If you are on a north and south running street, parallel to State Street, if you are north of Madison, then that street name, that half of the street will be north. If you are south of Madison, then you will be south.
Right.
If you are running east and west, let's take Diversity that runs east and west. If you are west of State Street, then you are west Diversity or whatever street.
I don't think Diversity is ever east.
Diversity is
I think it hits the lake before it hits State.
Maybe.
Because there's not a lot of streets that.
Anyway, I'm
trying to think, but that's a
good point.
Thing to think about. Like
South side, a lot of east,
right,
a lot of stuff on the south side. Yeah. So if you are east of, if you see east, that means
East 58th Street.
That means you are east of State Street. So keep that grid in mind. Okay, so wherever you are, if you are on a north and south street, that means you are north or south of Madison. If you are on the east-west street, you are east or west of State Street. So keep that in mind. That's where you see north, west, south, east. Why do I keep saying that? Northeast, southwest. Wait, what? Am I saying it right? Never east, south, we.
No, what?
Northeast, southwest. Oh no, you know what I'm doing? North, south, east, west. I'm saying it like actually.
You're doing clockwise.
I'm doing a cardinal. I'm doing the cardinal directions in order. Anyway, so that's how you break down that first number. Then you have the street name, right? We got the street name, and then whether it's a street, place, boulevard, road, whatever, and then the number. If you are on a main intersection, the number underneath.
Right.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if a lot of people maybe know that. Maybe people do know this, but if you're not from Chicago, if you see 5,800 something, right? If it says this number 5,800, that means you are 58 blocks from the center of Chicago.
Right.
I mean, the grid, the state or Madison.
Or Madison.
Yes, the grid of that.
Yeah.
So that's where actually no, it's you be so if you're going east and west and it says 58, you're 58 blocks from Madison. If you are north south, that means you are 58. Actually no, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody confused. Anyway.
Everybody confused. This shit is confusing.
Here. Let's.
We got it. So
okay,
It. If you are on like a parallel street to State Street and you got 58 something, that means you're 58 blocks from State. Yada yada. You get it. So that's the anatomy of if y'all can follow this of the street sign.
I feel like once you're outside and you like go to a major intersection that's near you and look at the sign,
you'll get it.
Like if it says north or south, you're north or south of Madison. If it says east or west, you're east or west of State. Whatever number is however blocks you are far away from either State or Madison.
There you go. That's easy. Anyway, so you got it. But now what you're gonna do is, and I found myself doing this, you're never gonna not do this. I feel like this is. I feel like as a Chicagoan, right? If you are around here, you should know where you are now. Like this.
I think so.
It should kind of help and be like, because a lot of people still, if you're from Chicago, you still probably rely heavily on how to get somewhere. Some people you use the bus. You be like, hey, you could take this.
And
go down that way.
You know what else is really helpful to think about is that like once you hit Madison, like for example, once you hit Madison, that's 0.0, and then the first street south of that will be like 10 or 1. I'm sorry, you're 1 block south of. So like let's say if it says south whatever street 5800 that means if I walk north 58 blocks I'm at Madison. So like if I need to be at 4800 something, then I could just walk 10 blocks north. So like the point isn't to like get to State of Madison, but the point is like, okay, if I'm on if the street says south, that means and I need to get to a smaller number, I need to walk north. Right. And if I'm north and I need to get to like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I need to get to a bigger number. I need to walk north.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty dope. It's really cool because like I feel like you gonna watch this now or listen to this and like you gonna start picking it out, kind of like the brick, like you see the ugly brick. But like it should make it a lot easier for you to break it down, even though we probably made it sound a little more complicated. But it's all good.
I
It's
think once
easy.
you see it, like if you
it.
literally just pull up a sign of a street right now and look at it, and it'll make sense.
And of course, for mail reasons and mail delivery, USPS. That's why they're hundreds, okay, like 5,800, because like there's stuff on that block. Yeah. But there's also another kind of street sign, the honorary street signs.
Yeah.
And honorary street signs are still brown, and this has a pretty interesting story, like history to it. That back in the 80s, Mike Royko, I think it is, he was a journalist for Tribune. He did a lot of stuff around the city, kind of like had his name in a different hat. He wanted to honor a person that he thought should be honored with the street, and that was one of the things he wanted to do. Let's honor him with the street. So he proposed that, and at the time, Mayor Jane Byrne, she was on board with it. Was like, hey, look, this is a good idea. However, there was no real rules around how to do that. So it came down, right? It came down, and they said, all right, well, this is a good idea to honor people in the streets, so let's do it.
Let's do it in the sheets now.
Let's do it. So they did, and 1984 is when Chicago officially adopted honorary street signs.
Yeah.
And honorary street signs, if you don't know, here in Chicago, if you listen outside, brown sign, white lettering, says honorary at the top, and has the Chicago Stars 2 on each side. Make it fully fledged Chicago. No north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
No, none of that other stuff. It's just the person's name,
it's not
entity's
used
name.
For direction.
Yeah, it's just to honor person street. Now, why is that? When they did that, there were a lot of confusion around it. A lot of people just started putting up people's names and saying, "Hey, look, or things names. Here's such and such. Let's honor them, right?" Mm-hmm. And there was no real reason. There was like unlimited amount of street signs that you could put up there, right?
Yeah.
And that all changed when they said, "Hey, look, we're not going to allow this anymore." Right? And in recent years, what they've done is you can honor 2 people from each ward in Chicago, which is 50
per year.
Yep, per year. There's a vote through the residents. So the residents, if they say, "Hey, look, we want to honor this 77 flavors of Chicago, we want to honor," our ward would have to vote and be like, "Hey, okay, cool,
sure."
But you only get 2, things, entities, people that could be honored per ward in Chicago to kind of limit that, which is really dope. That I didn't know that you can honor essentially
anything,
and
it could be a person, it could be
not celebrity. You don't have
restaurant,
to. You don't have to be celebrity, right? Yeah. Like that was kind of dope. Like, and what's really cool is that when you look up these things and you start to say, "Hey, why is this person?" A lot of times it's, and most times,
a notable
it's from
person in the community.
That, or whatever it may be, they've done something. So it maybe lived on that block. They at some point they crossed that path, and it was a significant moment in history for them. So that's how you get honorary signs here in Chicago. I had no clue about that.
Mm-hmm. And just for no reason whatsoever, just send us what ward you're in. You
know what I'm saying?
Just so we know where to move to.
So
that we got the most listeners out
I feel like if we were to get honored,
ain't nobody gonna honor us.
Right. Not, especially not after some of the things
after today's rant.
After today's rant, look,
exit Chicago.
Actually, this might be a legendary rant. But we should have a pass because 77 flavors of Chicago, we've been to every ward in the city. So, so we good on any block is what I'm trying to say.
I'm good.
Any
MLK Boulevard.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what Beyonce said.
That's what Beyonce said. She ain't come to the Bud Billiken parade this weekend.
Why would she be at the Bud Billiken parade? That's
Milwaukee. It's on MLK.
But she's on tour. She was in Atlanta.
That little tour. I was playing.
Little tour? Don't be.
Ain't nobody afraid to be hot, man. Anyway, you ready to talk about you?
All right,
you ready to talk?
Canceled. This is our last episode, y'all. Thanks so much for listening.
Ain't nobody afraid to be happy. Y'all can't even mute when she say mute.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. You are major hater.
Hey, look, I'm just
Don't
being
listen
honest.
to Dario. He's a hater.
Anyway, let's talk about this food. So you see how big of a hater I am. Shit.
I don't have the energy for you today.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna see food coming up next.
are back
Yeah, buddy.
with breakfast this time. We haven't done breakfast in a while.
In a while.
Like.
Yeah. Breakfast is a necessary part of me. It's probably the most important.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Right?
I agree. I mean, maybe. I don't eat breakfast often, but
when we do, we be smacking though.
Yeah, for real.
We do be smacking.
We love us some breakfast.
Love breakfast.
Yeah.
Ooh. What's y'all favorite breakfast? What's like go-tos for breakfast? Sausage, eggs.
You know what's funny?
When
you said, I thought of like restaurants, and the other day I asked on our story, I was like, "What's your what restaurants are you gatekeeping?" And most people responded like, "No, we're not telling you because you're going to post it." I was like, "Tell us, anyway."
Yeah, for real. I mean, tell us.
We'll post it, and then it won't be gate kept anymore.
It won't be gate kept.
Chicagoans love to gatekeep shit.
We sure do.
Anyway, let's talk about where we ate.
Let's get it.
We're not gatekeeping this place.
Yeah.
We did not discover this place either.
No.
This place has been around for like
65 years.
50 some years.
65 years.
Has it been?
Yeah,
Damn.
65 years. Yeah.
This is S&G, which is Sam and George. It is on Southport and like Lincoln, like 17 way Southport, Lincoln, Belmont situation that's happening.
No, that ain't that Southport.
Yeah, it's like Southport, Lincoln, some other shit.
Yeah, it's over there. Shit, it's over there.
Let me look up the exact address, y'all, because
but we found this place during. We found this place for us during the pandemic.
Correct.
This was one of the when you can go inside the restaurants and like and kind of just space out. We found this breakfast spot. We wanted to get out the house.
Yeah,
it's nice little. Old diner vibe, you know what I'm saying? The staff is dope and nice people, man. Like it was just dope to be there. Not only that, but the food is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, y'all.
The address is 3000 North Lincoln Avenue.
There it is.
All right.
There it is.
But yeah, so it is an old diner feel. It's pretty large, I would say. It has like two separate dining rooms, one smaller in the front with like a bar dining area, not an alcohol bar, but like a bar seating.
Right.
And then they have an outside patio that's open during the summer. And then the servers that have been there have literally been there for forever. Some of them are new. Some of them are like college kids that are home for the summer. But a lot of the people that have been working there have been working there for the whole time.
Man, and they nice.
They're so nice.
Yeah, they
and they seat you quick.
They do.
Yes, they're so busy. Every weekend they're super busy. I would say like either go early but honestly, there's no wait time.
Right. Like, I was about to say that.
Barely a wait time. You're in and out. Like they don't rush you, but like there's a lot of tables, a lot of people rotating throughout the day, and they're quick with how they take your order, bring out the food.
I was just about to say that. And you know, and their quickness is like not quick like we trying to turn tables. It's quick as in they care about the experience you're about to get.
Yeah. And they've been making this food for like forever.
Yeah, they got pride in that shit. So that's when they like, hey, let's seat these people quick because we want them to remember this shit.
Yeah.
Because I remember during the pandemic, the one of the longest standing longest standing ones we've known, she's been every time we go there, she there. And she was telling us in conversation that, man, you know, the pandemic is crazy. She never seen this place like this. It used to be busing and this, that, and the other. But now to see it flourish again, it is so nice. It is dope to see the practice. We didn't know it when it was busy. We just knew it when it was like pandemic times. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe 5 tables in there at a time, 6 tables. It was crazy to see it like busy. So
and then on Christmas, like during Christmas, during the holidays, they have a Santa Claus that comes in.
Yeah,
like,
we the big man. Yeah. This place is it's a vibe, man.
It is a vibe.
It's a vibe.
If you love that like neighborhood feel, like everyone that walks in, like they know a lot of the people. Right. A lot of people are regulars.
To the point that at the diner has a bar, right? This is what makes it like a diner vibe, right? It's got a little seated bar. You can sit up there where they serve food there. But above, they got pictures of locals, some celebrities, or just people that have been in the S&Gs over the 65 years.
Right.
Pictures just hanging up there on the wall, signatures up there. It's really dope to see. So that's to your point, how dope it is, how connected they are to the community. So
they've been there. Yeah, they've been there the whole time. And they're obviously, like I said, they serve breakfast and lunch. They're open 7 days a week, but they're known for their skillets.
Oh yeah, man, they got.
Okay. These are cast iron skillets that come layer of hash brown, whatever ingredients. There's like 30
whatever.
skillets.
Yeah. I was gonna say whatever, y'all.
Like really, there are so many combinations of skillets. And mind you, I usually like heavy shit on large menus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But these,
you do.
And the thing with these skillets is that like it's a combo of like different vegetables, hash browns, and eggs.
Yeah.
And then you get like your sausage, your bacon, like, you know, stuff like that. There are a few that are unique, like what you get, which has chicken fried steak.
Yep.
And then there's one that has fried chicken on it.
Yep.
But then there's other things on the menu that also have chicken fried steak and fried chicken. So I don't feel like, but their menu is large. There is a lot to choose from.
There's a lot. Probably the biggest menu that we've ever.
No.
Come on now. It's like pages.
We've been to restaurants with pages.
True,
but here's the thing: their ingredients repeat.
Yes.
In a lot of these things, like a lot of things are like there's like 10 omelets, but like each one is maybe like one ingredient different than the other. So like. You know, it's not.
It's not a bad thing.
I mean, sometimes it can be.
It can be,
like,
but
like there's no way you can make all of these things well. But we've never had anything bad. So like,
right.
That's the thing. Is like we've never had, and we've tried multiple skillets.
Right.
And they've never been.
We've never. They're so good to the point. And this is how much they give you. I think in the many times we've been there, I've only finished a skillet twice.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 times. This is one of them.
Yeah.
I think the last time your mom was here, I said the same thing. I was like, damn, I finished the skillet.
Yeah.
And that was last year.
Yep.
And then
that's
the only show I can remember.
I would say like if you go and it's like $20 a person with your coffee and you're not going to finish what you ate, so you're probably going to have enough for your second breakfast later that day.
Yeah.
So it's not like super expensive in comparison with like other breakfast restaurants. They have I think they have alcohol.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. I feel like
we've never ordered alcohol there.
I don't plan on drinking there when I go there.
It's
like,
not a drinking.
It's
vibe.
about business. You know what I'm saying? It's about this breakfast business.
Yeah. So tell us what you order, Dario. What's your go-to?
The go-to is the country skillet.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like for me,
so good.
It is. Yes, it is the country skillet. You know what I mean? Like
you get hash brown.
You get the breaded steak,
chicken fried steak.
You know, you get the sausage gravy. You get the eggs. I get mine scrambled. You know, there's whatever. You know, like we gonna talk about yours. What you get? No. You know, but you know, you could have it the eggs however you like it. But that's like my go-to. It's either that. They got the Porky Pig, I think it's called. And the cool thing is they have fun names for these things too. They got really fun names for a lot of them. They got the is it Raging Cajun, which is also very good. I've had that a bunch of times.
They have what you ordered, but the chicken version.
But the chicken version of it. So you know, today though, I got the country skillet, the steak version.
Honestly, that one is really, really good. It's
don't miss.
Very filling.
It does not.
And everything comes with toast, so you get 2 pieces of toast. But with that one, you get a biscuit and gravy.
And let me tell y'all, you have to get the biscuit and gravy with that one. It's a must.
An additional,
it's a must. I feel like if you get the country skillet, you have to get that one because
and you're definitely not going to finish that.
You're definitely not. I mean, I did last time.
But you've never finished it when you when you got the biscuit.
Yes, you used your mama last year. Remember?
No, but last year when you got it, if you finished it, you had toast.
No. I
promise you've never finished a whole biscuit, gravy, and the whole skillet.
I be having side of bacon, y'all. So she shorted me now. You know what I mean? Like I didn't finish that last. I swear. Look, I'm gonna post a video of me eating this whole thing.
Okay.
Mukbang. No, I ain't gonna do that. But y'all, honestly, it's so good. The flavors are nice, and the best thing about what S&G does is that they don't short you on the ingredients and everything that's in there.
Right.
You are going to get enough pieces of everything you want in that skillet. I don't care which one you get. You're going to get enough. I just really at the start of the pandemic with Sara. Actually, my workout journey back in 2018 is when I started eating eggs like that. You know what I mean? Like before I didn't even eat eggs, y'all. It's crazy. But
we're not surprised.
Yeah, no, it's all good. The eggs, though, oddly enough, that I might ask for an extra egg next time. I feel like I might just get one more egg, just one more, because I think you get 2 on it, right? You get 2 eggs. I might say, let me get one more, because if there's anything that you can add more of, it might be maybe, but it's just so good. You know, they have all the condiments there that you want. You know, you want hot sauce on it. They got the ketchup there for people that do that. You know, everything that you need, salt, pepper, all that stuff. I put mine with the hot sauce, Louisiana.
And the skillets are all made to order, so
All
nothing
made to
is like pre-made.
Nothing is cold. It is hot.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got chocolate. I got the 2 and 4, so which is 2 eggs and 4 pancakes.
Yes.
And I added chocolate chips to my pancakes.
Look, AJ, now let's talk about the childish shit
That's
she
not
just said.
childish.
That's not childish, y'all.
No.
You hear that?
Chocolate chips is not
Come on
childish.
now.
It's delicious.
Come on now.
You fuck up a chocolate chip cookie.
I do, but like,
all right, so is that childish?
Yo, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, gooey, the chewy kind too. Chocolate pancakes? Come on now.
It's delicious.
You talking about like scrambled eggs.
It's delicious. Anyway, so I got chocolate chip pancakes. I honestly couldn't eat all of them. It was a lot. I ate maybe like 2.5.
Yeah, that's you. But it's 4 pancakes though. Tell
4
them that.
large pancakes.
Yes. Again,
And
they don't short your ass.
I ate my eggs though. I finished both eggs. And then we also got a side to share of corned beef hash. Which
I think they
their
got the
corned
best.
beef hash is so good. My uncle used to whenever we used to come visit here when we were kids. My uncle would always go buy like a full thing of corned beef and like make it at home.
Yeah.
And we always would have corned beef hash for breakfast. And it's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah, you know, they have probably the most memorable corned beef hash to me.
It's really good.
It's very good. Like honestly, that's probably like our favorite.
And you know what's funny? That is the only thing I have ever and will ever eat ketchup with as my first choice of condiment.
That's different.
Because usually my first choice of condiment is like a mayo or like something like that. But that one is the only thing that I will eat with ketchup, only because that's how I ate it when I was growing up.
Shit, I don't even need nothing with
it. Doesn't need anything, but I just like the sweetness.
Corned beef hash is good by itself. That is, man, it's
really
fire.
good.
It's fire. Man, look, now here's the thing. You can get like pancakes like how Sarah, and for this episode, we did it this way so we can have some variety to talk about.
Yeah.
But you can, like you said, you can mix and match this shit however you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like
they have French toast, they have waffles, they have pancakes, they have
you think about
omelets,
anything you want.
Yeah,
they have
so
it.
many.
And
then like whatever you can put into like a breakfast sandwich, you can always put into a breakfast burrito, you can put into a breakfast croissant. Like literally it's this, you could take this, like you can put any combo of ingredients together that make a breakfast and they will make it for you. It's probably on their menu.
And it's going to be good. I don't know what was going on with Sam and George who was cooking, but both of them joints, they know what they're doing as far as food, breakfast food.
Their whole, like, their slogan on their website is just
good food, period. That's it. Just good food.
No frills, none of that. It's a pretty casual.
Just good food.
Like, yeah.
That's like the perfect thing. Like, describe to me, what are we doing? Just good food. That's what we doing. You know what I mean? Like, why we got to do something else?
Right.
Like, man, like, so, but then, I think maybe one time in the last 3 years we've had like lunch from them. Mm-hmm. Like not to say that they're not good, because I think the food was very fantastic too. I think it was very good. Mm-hmm. But like to me, when we go there,
it has to be breakfast.
It's breakfast, man. Like because that's one of the best breakfasts in the city.
Breakfasts?
Yeah, right.
You say one of the. We haven't had a lot of breakfast in the city.
We've had a lot of breakfast on this podcast. We have.
Yeah, but you can't say it's one of the best.
I can't say it's one of the best. I didn't say it's the best.
Okay. You can say one of
the best. Yeah. It is one of the best. You know, I mean, look, shit.
We go there a lot.
We do go there a lot.
In comparison with because we eat at one new restaurant at least per week.
You know.
So like to go back multiple times a year.
Luella's, we go back to Luella's.
Yeah, there's a few places. I mean, Virtue.
Yeah, right. I mean, if y'all ain't did Virtue
they got our credit card on tap.
Man, look, they got my Apple Pay. Like shit, you know, QuickBooks, you can set up the charge. I say, hey, y'all just run me. Shit, yeah. It's all good.
If you haven't been to Virtue,
we thought about doing. I feel like we can't even do an episode on Virtue because, like, first of all,
we can't record like that in there.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be kind of tough, and it's like. But like it's high. It's high. What is it? Elevated dining. You know what I mean? Like so. Yeah. Not to say that we disrespect anybody else, but I feel like that one it's so crowded in there. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to wait.
But also like I enjoy the entire experience of Virtue. I don't want to take away from
Virtue. Be having the servers
the whole experience. Man, is a 10 out of 10.
I want to follow up with dude that said he had a yoga class studio that he was setting up.
Oh yeah.
I want to follow back over him.
Said he was going to do it.
Yeah. We need to go. See, that reason we got to go back.
We don't need a reason.
Yeah, right,
the reason is the food.
Yeah, the food. Yeah, that short rib. Anyway, it's S&G. S&G. If y'all ever need breakfast, you need something. This is like, to me, it brings me back to the childhood going out to. Back then, it was Top Notch for us. We would go to Top Notch.
Similar vibe.
It's very similar vibe. That's why like. This is why I only want to go on a Saturday. Yeah. I feel like it just got
that vibe of like everyone's there
because the place lends that vibe to you anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you walk in there, that's just the feel that you get. It. Everybody's so happy. The staff, I kind of like the staff being hectic and chaotic. Yeah, I like that because like you know they doing it with love. Yeah, for real. Like that food about to come out good, man. Look, so yeah, S&G, y'all. Y'all got to check that out. Sarah, what you got to say, man?
If you like this episode and you want us to pay our rent, go ahead and share this episode with someone you like. If you did not like this episode, go ahead on our TikTok and comment about it so I can block your
so she can hit the roast on you.
So I could block you. But also, you can follow us on TikTok. We post stuff on there that we don't post on Instagram, that we don't talk about on here. There's other restaurants that we haven't been to. It's another way to support us for free.
For free, y'all.
For free.
Yeah. Anyway.
FAFR.
FARR. See you next week.
Bye. Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope you enjoyed that. Please follow us on all social media at 77 Flavors Shy. And if you have any ideas and things you want to learn about, please email us at media@77flavorsshy.com.
Yeah, and if you could, also head on over to our YouTube channel, same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, and give us a follow, give us a like, and give us a good rating there. Make some comments. Go ahead and subscribe. We love y'all. See you next week.